all about the healing. Dun, 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 dun. No intro. My day ones, my day twos, my new news. I love you. All of you. Yes, I do. All right. So, just a quick disclaimer. I am thinking about breaking these long form when it get to be 40 and 50 minutes long videos into 15, 20 minute, 15, 10, 15, 20 minute increments. It depends. Breaking them off into parts so you don't have to sit through a whole long video. I'm gonna see how that works, because me stopping the video before God finishes giving me the download, I don't do nothing but get it right back on the in when I draw cards again, it's the same energy. So I don't do nothing to get the same message and keep pick up where I left off. So just a thought. I may do it. I got to see how I go. What is what? But if you see it, you be like, oh, this is this is safe. I'm gonna try to put in there. If I don't put in there, if I don't have enough room to put in the title, I'm definitely gonna put it in the description so you will know that is what part it is. If it's part 1, part 2, part 3, because I won't be able to say it within the video because I'm gonna break it off in parts, right? So with that being said, let's get into it. So be on the lookout for that. That's what's going on if I decide to do it. I'm gonna try to do it that way to see if that'll be better, because some of you may not be able to sit through a whole 40 or 50 minute video. You may be on your lunch break, you may be in a crunch, but you want to really know what's actually going on. So if I break them, if I find the video to be that long, if I'm going that long, then I'll try to break it off in parts. Okay, so what we got here, we got be thankful, we got new beginnings, we got follow your passion, and then I got some other little cards up here to help me define. But be thankful means gratitude, appreciation, and harmony. Are you being thankful at this time? See, right now, what I get is that in the hustle and bustle and the struggle, because the struggle is real, not just for some, not just for some of the collective, not just for the ops, not just for the folks that's on the down low, down in the lower realms. The struggle is real all across the board. It's just a different type of struggle. So what God is saying here, are you so distracted? God already know what we're going through as a collective. Speaking to the collective, I'm speaking to us, speaking to me too. Are we so distracted with the hustle and bustles of life, being tired, battle weary, being your body is tired, you're you're distracted by life circumstances, distracted by other people in your area, in your AO, distractions, health, mentally tired, physically tired, not sleeping well, still getting up at between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, can't get back to sleep. distracted by your TV, distracted by social media, distracted by strolling. Whatever your distraction is, God is saying, are you too distracted at this moment in time? And be honest with yourself. Be honest. Are you too tired? Are you too weary to pray? Are you too tired? Are you too weary to fast? Are you too tired and too weary to do the good things, the long drawn out things from day to day that you already mentally tired, mentally drained? But are you still putting forth an effort to do the things that you've been doing concerning God, connecting to God, in the will of God, being in line with God? Are you doing those things that you know that you're supposed to be doing, that you know that God, that you and God have built a bond upon? Are you still doing those things? Are you still... See, because it's one thing when you have your energy is intact and everything is good and the time, you got time. See, right now the time is all over the place. 1 minute the time is slow, the next minute the time is fast. You look up, the whole day gone. It's time to go to bed. It's time, the time is gone. The day, your body, your mind, your spirit is also going through the elements of time, where your body is used to and conditioned to have 24 hours in a day, but time is moving, and you're not necessarily, your body don't feel like it's necessarily getting 24 hours. It's getting 4 hours. It's getting 5 hours. It's getting 6 hours, but it ain't getting no 24 to do everything that you've been doing. You have had to crunch what you daily would be able to do in a day. You've been able to crunch. You have been having to crunch because your body is just not accustomed to doing everything that you had to do in a lot of time, physically and mentally, doing in a little bit of time that the timeline is aligning us to. So what God is saying is not that God don't see it and know what's going on, but God is your source. You got to always remember that. It's not that God don't know what's going on and trying to tell you to be grateful, to be to utilize gratitude and trying to pump God up and trying to do. No. Everything that God have us to do is for our benefit and for our good in the long run. See, when you connect when you connect to source and you connect to God and you align to God, then your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, it's not just your energy. You're connecting to the source. You're connecting to the energy source that's needed to get you through the day. Get you through. Your body will be able to align and get that source of energy that's needed from God. God is an energy source. He's our energy source. When we're depleted, we got to tap into our source. You can't be too tired to tap into what sustains you. God sustains you and keep you in a vibration and keep you in a knowing, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, light, energy, understanding. God is your source with it all. But when you are weary, when you are drained, when you are going through the fundamentals of dense, dark energy every day, day in, day out, it makes you forget. It makes you cling to things that's of convenience. It's not convenient when you tired and your body is tired and physically tired to go and fast. Pray when you physically tired. But that's where your source, that's where your energy, that's where your source come from. That's where your food come from. Because if you don't connect to your source and connect and be grateful, grateful is and gratitude fills your heart. Gratitude aligns your heart, your stargate, your heart, right? It aligns it. It fulfills it. It keeps it from running, from draining and running empty. Because when you're tired and you're weary again, you don't feel like being loving and kind and giving. You tired. You ain't got enough for your own self. But the spirit of gratitude feeds, restores, renews your stargate. Right? Appreciation. Again, positive appreciation is vibing in positive energy. So when you physically, spiritually drain, you low, you're trying to rest up, you're trying to get yourself together so you can try to get things done. And you gotta, because a lot of us, the collective as a whole, we got a lot on our plates. We got a lot we got cracking. We got a lot we got to do. So harmony, that oneness with God, that flow, it gives you that flow, that wind, all through being thankful, honoring God for what all God has sustained and brought you through and brought you to, and what God has restored and renewed, shown you, given you, blessed you. Being thankful, sincerely being thankful. It's not long and drawn out. Just say, God, thank you for all you have done for me. God, thank you for all you have done for my children. God, thank you for all you have done for my family. Thank you. New beginnings. See, we're not going to always be We're not going to always be in this energy. Things, our environment may change. Things might not look the same and be the same. The dynamics of our environment. Many things may not look the same. We may, when we rebuild and, things are falling away and falling apart, but when we rebuild, it may not even come close. But it won't be. It'll be new, but it'll be something new, and it'll be for our better good in the long run. But when we see it and we have to go through it, it's going to take an adjustment. You're going to have to trust. This whole thing ain't nothing but a faith walk and a trust in the process moment. Everything we getting ready to go through, we got to trust the process. Everything we getting ready to go through, we got to have faith and believe God. Because all it is that is happening, it's nothing new. It's not nothing that God don't know about. It's not nothing that God didn't know was going to happen. We are the ones that don't know the full truth. We are the ones that don't know everything. We the last ones to know. Our government may know. Different organizations and different places may know, but we the last ones to know. So we have to trust the process in what we do know. And when we find the truth out, whatever that truth may be, we have to then pick up the pieces and still trust the process with that new beginnings. Because things are about to be broken down to nothing, to be rebuilt to something new that we ain't never seen before, that we ain't never experienced any of it before. It's gonna have to be rebuilt, reestablished, rediscovered. But in the interim and in the process, we are going to have to trust. And we're going to have to believe that whatever it is new, this new thing, this new world, this new place, it begins with God and ends with God. Whatever that thing may be. Follow your passions mean don't give up. Just because you're tired, just because you're weary, just because you can only do less because your body is trying to adjust to the timelines. Your body is adjusting. That's why you're feeling drained and you're tired and you're weary. It's because your body it's your body, your mind, your soul, everything is adjusting to the timeline vibrations, the dense energy. But God wants you to follow your passion, not because superficially or just to be doing something. God wants you to follow your passion because in following your passion, it keeps you grounded. When you're doing something you know you're supposed to be doing, when you're fulfilling something you know you're supposed to be fulfilling, it keeps you grounded. It restores you, it renews you, it keeps you on your path. But when you just willy-nilly, you're not consistent. That's why I've tried so hard to stay consistent. I try so hard to stay consistent. If you only knew how much that I do. I don't just pop out videos. I do so much. I have a family. I have a household. I have a business. I have to run the business. I have a full-time job. I have to go to work. So I have to cook. I have so many things that I have to do that's on my plate. And I have to get my household ready. I have to get out here and get in the garden. It's been cold, but I have to get out in the garden. Establish the food, grow my food, establish what God is telling me that I need to do for my household and for my well-being. So you can't tell me. I know all about it. And my passion, my passion, follow your passion, what it is that keeps you grounded, what it is that you want to do, what fills your heart, what fills your soul, what fulfills you, what makes you, it's like, what makes you feel like you are accomplishing something. Those are the things that you need to tap into now. Because basically what I'm saying in a nutshell is that we are trying to fight against dense, dark energy. The environment, the timeline that we're in is very dark. It's always been dark, but the more layers that's being exposed, the more things that's being exposed, that's more energy, there's more knowledge, more wisdom that we have to deal with. When you don't know, when things are hidden, you don't have to deal with it consciously. Subconsciously, you may have to deal with some things because subconsciously you knew the truth. You knew the truth subconsciously because of because of other timelines you were on. You knew the truth. Your soul knew the truth. Your consciousness, your higher consciousness, the consciousness of you did not know the truth. Therefore, you were not operating under that energy of consciousness. Your consciousness and your subconscious mind is aligning. It's the more they open it up, the more they tell you, the more it's being exposed, you got to deal with. That's more knowledge and wisdom, things that's being opened up and exposed, and the truth is being put out there for you to deal with. That's more energy that you have to deal, more dark energy that you have to accept and acknowledge in your conscious mind. In your subconscious mind, yeah, you already knew. But the conscious, we're dealing with consciousness right now, where we were not aware of some things. As a whole, as a collective, as a whole. We didn't know the specifics. We didn't know things that were happening specifically. Some knew more than others, but I'm talking about as a whole, us all. with following your passion, you will have a fulfillment of purpose. Purpose of being here. Purpose of why you here. Purpose of your mission. Getting back online with your mission, your purpose, and your destiny. It's entwined with following your passion. Shadow work. Your conscious mind that I just was just that part I just explained, your conscious mind is dealing with what's being exposed, right? But in some type of way, your conscious mind is going to have to really uncover how you truly feel about what's being exposed. It's one thing to accept it, but how do you really feel? Because once it's exposed, you can't deny it. You can't act like it didn't happen. You can't act like it's not happening. It's exposed. And you're going to have to deal with your feelings and your emotions about what's being exposed. So, that's shadow work. Becoming clean and clear about how you feel about what's happening in this timeline, the deterioration and the exposure of what is coming out, what's been happening behind the scenes. And God is expecting you to deal with those feelings and emotions and release any expectations. Release. Expecting somebody to do something about it. Expecting somebody to do their job. Expecting the higher rent, the higher expecting our higher ups in this country to do what they supposed to do. You deal with your feelings and emotions about how you feeling about it, and then you release it without any expectations. Because when you put expectations on somebody doing somebody else outside of your will to do what's right, you're going to have a problem, because you can't control other people and you cannot control what they gonna do. You only can control you, and you have to function, you have to live, and you have to get through this process. But what you can do is you can pray and you can trust that God is gonna do what he gonna do about it. It may not even be how you think God gonna deal with it, but just God deal with it. And whatever you doing and obsessing over, let this stuff go. Don't obsess about looking in the news every day, all day long, about what they gonna do. Are they gonna do anything about it? You can't obsess over things that you can't change. Now, if it's over you, if it's something that you can do, something that you can change, yeah, you can go vote when it's time to vote. You can place your vote. You can do the things that you can do. That's your part to play in the thing. But anything other than that, You can't do it. You can't obsess about it. You got to let it go, and you can't have no expectations on that. You could control you. You control your household. You could control how you think, what you feel, how you feel, and you control what you gonna do about it. But anything outside of you that you can't control, you got to let that go. You got to release that. You got to release that like you have never released anything before in your life. I know in the past, I used to say you can cut them off, turn your back, go about your business. But this, you got to do it even quicker. You got to release that thing. Don't think about it. Turn that thing around. You can look at the news to see what's going on, and you can look at the news to see what's getting exposed. But if you can't cut that thing, if you can't dissociate yourself from that, and you're going to obsess about it and worry about it, be up all night about it, crying and upset about it, then you don't need to do that. You do what you can handle. If you can't handle it, don't watch the news. All right? So I'm gonna have to stop it here because I can keep going. But I'm gonna stop it here. This ain't gonna be no part 2. I can stop this here. So with that being said, um, if this is your reading, if you resonate or you got a gem out of it, you understand, you got something out of it, put in the comments, this is my read, I got something out of this. Thank you. And you thank God. Thank God. This is my reading, I got something out of it. Thank God. Right. Thank God. Right? So with that being said, like, share, subscribe. Hype, hype, hype it up, right? And I'm sending you love, and I'm sending you healing your way, and Trinity is